That's my artist name. Real name's Andrew Yazgar. I am a visual artist. I do everything from sculpture to drawing to graphic design. Basically, the whole gamut of art I have played around with at one time or another. What I do with my particular artwork is it's all blending. I mean, I think creating every single piece that I've ever created is blending. Right now, I've been on this new thing of blending everyday objects with other everyday objects, like, the extinguisher. Turning extinguishers into condiment dispensers. It's like, the overconsumption of Americans and all that other kind of stuff. It's like, why not? Why not have these big dispensaries for condiments, I've recently, started doing these fire hydrants for sriracha sauce, taking Darth Vader and, recognizing his place in pop culture and changing it to, the Redeemer pose of Jesus. That's blending two religion and, pop, icons together. And we grow up with this sense of looking at something for so long, and when you blend the two things together, you're just brings this kind of shock to you, like, why, or how, or whoa, just what's that saying, You get more out of it, You're getting, if you take two great things and put them together, you're gonna get something awesome. Blending has become like, it's now a necessity for me. Graffiti is the one art you have no place to go and do your artwork. If you decide to take on graffiti, you have no other place to do it except out in the wild. I've had this whole proposal worked up about creating, these graffiti parks where, kids can go and do graffiti and be taught to do graffiti. And at the same time, graffiti doesn't have to be done illegally. They could be brought up with the sense of, you have a place to come do graffiti, so you don't need to do it illegally. It's like skateboarding. I always compare it to skateboarding because skateboarders have nowhere to skate except the street. And if you harass skateboarders every time they're street skating, where are they going to skate? So you build parks, and guess where they end up skating? In those parks, right? So the damage that's done on the outside is stopped, and the same thing should be done with graffiti. Take young graffiti writers, you give them a place to paint, you give them a place to practice, you show them the right way to do things. That particular talent might blossom into becoming a graphic designer, becoming a film editor, becoming this, rather than just killing the whole art or creative side to that person's life from the get-go. I went to an art show in New York. So at this art show, me and Mark were talking, and that particular night I met Tristan Eaton, who was a co-founder of Kid Robot. We were reviewing the toy, and as I was talking to Tristan back and forth, he said, "You do graffiti?" And I said, "Yeah." He says, "Do you illustrate?" And I said, "Yeah." And I broke out some of my work knowing I was going to meet him. Gave him some of my work, and he handed me a DVD, and he was like, "Here, there's templates on here. I'm coming out with a dunny." He said, "Do some designs and get it back to me." So within 3 days, I turned in my designs. It was a Shogun Warrior, but they chose to design. Just because you design something doesn't mean it was actually going to get made. The fact that they chose it, and then the night I first saw my sample, it was exciting. I was stoked. It was my first product. So that turned around everything. It started all of this, opened up the floodgates. This right now. No, I'm dead serious. This mountain berry is bomb.